Hey guys, SaasRock 0.7 is finally ready, and it brings two new modules, which is the CRM 2.0 and email marketing for SaasRock Enterprise subscribers. So I'm going to go through each one of these steps so I can show you what the application can do now. Starting with the CRM, let's try how it looks without the CRM entities. So I don't have any entity right now. So my contact form should work with my existing provider, which is FormSpree. And my newsletter form should work with ConvertKit, which I have set the API key. Let's see if I got an email from ConvertKit, or maybe I am already subscribed. So let's try with test 10 and refresh. So there it is. The ConvertKit subscription is working. So now let's create this company, opportunity, contact, and submission entities. For that, I created a simple module called templates, where I load the entities in a JSON format. So these entities are shareable, so I can debug your entities if you need help. So let's create them all. This is the preview. It will create company, opportunity, contact, and submission, and this will be the relationship between them and the properties. So let's create them all. So now on entities, we should have these four. And if we go to our CRM module here, it will show the overview, which is a summary of the CRM entities. And these four auto-generated CRUD, each one of these uses the same file. For example, entities, if I click on any of these and I go to the no-code route, this all-in-one is one file that handles the CRUD. Let me show you. Let's create a contact. This is me, and I'm a lead. I started as a lead, but I can be a contact or a customer. And I can toggle this, but I should not toggle this because this should be from the customer itself. So I'm going to create this as is. And I can also here create the company for that contact and save this. As well as the opportunities, I can create a new opportunity and select a company and create it. But now that I have the entities working, I'm going to delete this first. The contact form on /contact should create a contact with the entity builder. So let's try it. So it should have created a contact like this. So as you can see, it creates also the company. And here's the name, the email, the job title, and the status sets it as a contact, not as a lead. It's not a marketing subscriber, and it has one submission. And I added this tag, which is from the form itself. And I can go to the submissions and see what the submission was. And this is possible with this file, which is CrmModule. You can see all this module like here to validate if the CRM entities are working, getting a contact, a single contact, get the form settings, the newsletter form settings, a summary, creating a company, a contact submission, update contact, and subscribe to the newsletter. So let me show you now what happens if I create another submission from the same contact. It will not create it again, but it will create the submission. So now this contact has two submissions and it doesn't duplicate it. So now for the newsletter, this should not be working with ConvertKit anymore. So if I add this new subscriber to the newsletter and refresh my contacts. Now it will say that the tags, I will add a tag that is from the newsletter and is a marketing subscriber. This is important for the email marketing feature, which I will be touching next. So let me show you how this auto-generated CRUD looks on the CRM files. So I have this CRM route, which is on the admin right here. And this is just a menu for overview, opportunities, companies, contacts, submissions, like this. And it's an outlet. So let's see the folder. Here it's the auto-generated route. As I told you before, this is the all-in-one route with slide overs. And it just renders on the index the overview, which is this one, the summary of all companies, contacts, and opportunities. So that's for the CRM release. As you can see, CRM uses entirely the entity builder. So the benefit is that you can go to the contacts property, entity, and create another property like score. And now on the CRM and contacts, it will have on every row the score property that you can update as you wish. So this works on the API as well. And also, I'm trying to make this module, the CRM module, and the email marketing module that can be used by your tenants. So these rows doesn't have a tenant ID on the database. The tenant ID is null. But if the tenant is going to use the CRM, their contacts and opportunities and companies and submissions, maybe not submissions because the submissions are from the contact route itself, will have their tenant ID. So that's the difference. Tenant ID can be null for admin or can be not null for your tenants. So now let's talk about email marketing. So first, the email senders. Right now, I'm only supporting Postmark, which is an awesome feature for email. We can go here, email senders, and as you can see, I have already added two. Let's say, for example, this one. This is the stream broadcast, and this is the from email newsletter, from name and reply to email. So this should be already on my server on Postmark. This is the broadcast. And let's try sending a test. Let's send a test to me. So, well, let me delete this first because I have already done some tests. Send test and refresh. So ignore this markdown for a second. So this email has a link and a custom unsubscribe link. As you can see, it redirects to a Postmark link. And I opened the email, but I have not set up a webhook to listen to that. So on my activity, it will show that I sent this email, but it has not been delivered. So if you want to test the webhooks, first you need to run ngrok on your port and copy the HTTP URL and go to the Postmark server webhooks, click on the webhook and update the URL. First, you want to send a test to see if this is working. So let's do that. So it's working. So now we can save this. And let's try sending another test. But first deleting, well, it doesn't matter. So this should send an action that says that is being delivered. So let's wait a second here for Postmark. So it's been created, the email. So now it should say that it's delivered. So now let's try opening the email and see. So now it has one open, which is the first open. And if we click on the email, I mean on the link, and wait for the webhook, now we know that our lead has clicked on the link. So we have set up the Postmark webhooks, we have tracked the delivery, and we have tracked the open and the link clicks. Now let's try tracking on subscriptions. So first, let me delete this email and send another one. And this unsubscribe from this list obviously unsubscribes me, so it should also send a webhook, so I know that it has unsubscribed. Apparently it didn't do it because I don't have a contact with that email. Oh, I do. Okay, so it updates the marketing subscriber to that is not longer subscribed. So you can use that to create campaigns. Campaigns have names, a sender, a subject, whether it will track or not, and the HTML and the contact list. So these lists are actually entity views, like the contacts here, while creating a contact view where you can create with custom filters. So for example, job titles that contains programmers, for example. So going back to the creation of a campaign, before sending this campaign to all these contacts, we can send a preview to ourselves with this content, and it will look like this. So since I'm not a contact, because I'm sending this preview, I will get these contact variables that are not filled. But we can preview by selecting here, preview on one contact. So assuming that this contact or this one that is a programmer, I want to preview and send it to myself and debug the contact variables. I can do that by clicking there, and I can see how the email will look for that contact. So we can make sure our campaign will contain the right values for each of our contacts. And finally, these previews are as well tracked. And if they click on the link, well, I don't have a link here, but you may add a link like this. Let's create a link to SaasRock. And preview the email and click on the link. I forgot to save the campaign, but anyway, you can see how email marketing connects to the CRM, but it also decouples a bit. This feature or module should also work for the tenants. So you can provide to your customers email marketing and the CRM. And I forgot to show the overview of the email marketing features. Like if I start from zero by deleting my outbound emails and send 2 emails to me. The first one and the second one, and let's click only on one of the emails link. So now our overview should show 50% average click rate, and two out of two emails delivered, and our activity will show like this. And that's it for the modules. I'm trying to create each one of these two modules on a separate files, like CRM module here and email marketing module, to get all the functions that relate to that module specifically. So why did I focus on CRM and email marketing? This is because I'm trying to migrate from Gumroad. So instead of making posts here, like this, where I say a title and a body and sending to a specific audience, I want to start sending my campaigns on SaasRock for SaasRock. You know what I mean? Like using my tool to build my tool. So I learn what a truly SaaS, what a SaaS truly needs. And this will be, this is almost ready. So for migrating all these contacts, I already improved the entity builder. So it also allows you to import data. But obviously, I will have to map my contacts and flag them in a way that I only send emails to those who have read the email, although I don't think Gumroad gives you that information about each contact. So you will excuse me if I send you an unwanted email, but I will add at the top, unsubscribe if you don't want any more emails from SaasRock. And this is my way of building things on a project-based goals. So I don't build just for the sake of building. I build it so I can use them, the tools. And finally, about the new SaasRock pricing, which is going to change tomorrow. I'm going to increase the both editions, the core and the enterprise. I'm moving from $99 to $199 monthly, and $990 to $1,390 for the core edition. And the enterprise edition has a significantly bigger increase, which is from $149 to $499. But the yearly is not as strong as the monthly. This price increase is to honor my early supporters. As you know, SaasRock pre-launched since June, so it's been 7 months that I have had some subscribers. I have like 5 of them that are subscribers from the very beginning, so I want to honor them to benefit from the early price and the choice to keep their current subscription, and give them a discount if they want to have a full year of updates at a big discount. For example, 3 to 4 months of subscription will give you 50% discount on these new prices. So 1 year will cost about $1,000 for 12 months instead of paying $500 per month. And this, I was going to remove the monthly subscription. If you want to learn more about that, I made this post called How I'm Raising SaasRock Prices and my reasoning behind it. I was, like I said, I was planning to remove the monthly subscription, but it doesn't make sense because I will lose a lot of market by forcing the users to commit to yearly. And as a developer myself, I know that you want to try tools before committing to 1 year of updates. So the monthly still makes sense. So you can subscribe, cancel, come back in 6 months and subscribe again to get the latest update, or subscribe for a full year and be active on the Discord channel and on the GitHub repository and give feedback and be involved in your SaaS. Because I think that the way we learn more is by building instead of by learning, if you know what I mean. So this is the release. I hope you liked these 2 modules, or at least the CRM for SaasRock core subscribers, which is pretty complete. It should give you an idea of the power of the entity builder by giving you a full CRUD with custom properties and connecting to your application with the contact and newsletter form and all that I show you. So thanks.